Mr. Loman, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
To pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Supervisor Wareham.
Here.
Councilman McCarthy.
Here.
Councilwoman Noack.
Here.
Councilwoman Inzarella.
Here.
And Councilman Loman.
Here. We're going to start by sitting as Board of Water Commissioners. Madam Clerk.
First, the town board to approve the minutes from the Board of Water meeting of February 6th. And the Board of Water Commissioners to authorize the following. Number 1, authorize the town clerk to advertise bid number 18-19 Lake Avenue water main replacement.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes. We'll reconvene as the town board. We have one public hearing tonight. Mr. Tramarko, is that your hearing? Welcome.
Want me to read?
Read it.
Thank you. Good evening,
Hold on.
Mr. Supervisor.
Hold on.
Hold on, let her read it, please.
The town board to consider zoning petition 2017-4 by Nesconset Highway LLC for property located on the northwest corner of Route 347 and Hillside Avenue for a change of zone from NB and CB to WSI.
Mr. Supervisor, members of the board, my name is Vincent Tramarko. I represent the applicant. I've submitted the affidavits of posting and mailing to Mr. Pulio, your town clerk. Before I begin tonight, I'd just like to thank the supervisor and Mr. McCarthy and the other members of the town board for kind of changing the philosophy of what we do in the town with applications by new businesses, old businesses that want to expand. The philosophy is very remarkably changed, I can tell you, because I've been around probably as long as anybody on the board, and I can see the difference. And now it's to encourage business and commercial endeavors rather than to discourage commercial businesses and endeavors. As an attorney that does this kind of work for probably upwards of, I don't like to say, 45, 50 years, it certainly is a pleasure to come in and also the department heads, same thing. Philosophy, I think, has changed, all for the better. So I thank you all. It makes it easier for me, and more importantly, business, commercial endeavors will not be afraid to come to Smithtown. So I thank you for that. Now,
Thank you.
to get on with business, this is an application for a change of zone from central business and neighborhood business to WSI. It's approximately 5.7 acres, and it's located on the northwest corner of Nesconset Highway and, what's the name of that other street? And South Hillside Avenue. As you all know, this particular center, which is now mostly Zone CB, had a couple of retail uses in over the years. The one that we last remember is 6th Avenue Electronics. That closed, I believe, about 10 or 8 years ago. The place has been fenced and not used other than as a dumping ground and an area for graffiti artists to ply their art. The developer has come in now and is asking you for a change of zone to WSI, mainly because a car dealer is coming in and wants to use the entire property for a showroom and a service area. As you know, WSI permits outside storage. Most car dealerships need outside storage. We could do a dealership in central business, but it doesn't permit outside storage, and that severely restricts most of all car dealerships because they need a tremendous amount of inventory in order to do their job correctly. So, having said that, the only couple of things that I disagree with the planning board's recommendation and partly the planning department's recommendation is, one, there's a recommendation to prohibit four things which are permitted in the WSI zone and are also now permitted in CB. One is nightclubs or dance clubs, two is bars, and three counter service restaurants, and four restaurants. While my client has no objection to bars being prohibited as a condition of approval, and also dance clubs or nightclubs, we cannot be put in a position that of the possibility of anything can happen in the future of eliminating or prohibiting restaurants and counter service restaurants. The argument was, well, it'll decrease traffic if we prohibit these uses. However, it's permitted now. We all know that Nesconset Highway 347 is a busy road no matter what you do there. And so we're asking that the board not prohibit two out of the four recommendations, which are not prohibit restaurants, not prohibit counter service restaurants. The other thing, which was, maybe I didn't understand the two PARs correctly, but it looks like from reading the PAR, at least the first one, if not the first one to the planning board, and the second one to this board, that it was proposed that South Hillside Avenue be the only access to this project. Well, right now there are two curb cuts that exist on Nesconset Highway 347, as you can see in the diagram here, and certainly we don't wish to eliminate them. And maybe it's just a mistake, or maybe I read it incorrectly, but it appears that someone is recommending that the access be only on from South Hillside Avenue. While we agree that South Hillside Avenue should be an access point and should be opened, we cannot eliminate the two access curb cuts on 347. Hopefully, the board will understand that that's rather a large piece of property, and if we eliminated those two accesses, we'd be in a serious situation. This is a sketch plan that Cataldo Grasso Architects prepared. You can see the amount of greenery that's proposed. The building will stay the same shape. There'll be tremendous renovations to the facade and to the interior of the building. I guess the landscaping is all subject to Board of Site Plan review and what this board would recommend and allow us to do for this project. So we asked the board for its favorable consideration. I have Carmine Grasso here if you have any architectural or technical questions. And that's really it. Again, I want to thank the board for allowing this to happen as quickly as it did, and hopefully Whatever this board requires, we will do as quickly. Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to be heard on this public hearing?
I'm sorry, I missed which property he's talking about.
The property on 347 in Jericho Turnpike, it's proposed zone change. No? Anybody on the town board? I move to close the hearing.
Second.
Supervisor Wareheim,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Thank you, Counselor. Madam Clerk, we'll go to correspondence.
Okay. A is St. Philip and James Roman Catholic Church Carnival, third reading. B, Smithtown Festival Day, third reading. C, Kings Park Chamber, third reading. And D, Kings Park Chamber of Commerce Summer Nights in the Park, third reading. And E, the Building Department report for January 2018. Next is resolutions. The town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise the following bids to be returned to town hall. A, bid number 18-16, Belmead Avenue parking improvements. B, bid number 18-17, three-passenger personal watercraft. C, bid number 1822, shirts for various town departments.
Councilman Loman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
2, the town board to award the following bids and to authorize the purchase of associated goods and services. A, bid number 18-13 for HVAC maintenance and repair to Mac Mechanical Solutions. B, bid number 18-1 for concrete curbs, sidewalks, and driveway aprons to Suffolk Asphalt Corporation, and to further authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement on a form approved by the town attorney.
Councilman Loman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
3, the town board, after due study and deliberation of the subject record, to issue a secret negative declaration, determination of non-significance in the following matters for reasons stated in a memorandum from DEW on the dates indicated. SS Hop Hog LLC for Simply Self-Storage on 17-19 site plan.
Supervisor, Councilman Loman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Number 4,
You gonna table that?
Before you read, you want to read it?
I'll read it. The town board, after due study and deliberation of the subject record, to issue a secret positive declaration, determination of significance in the following matter for reasons stated in a memorandum on the date indicated. A,
I move to, before we start, Madam Clerk, I move to table this resolution. The attorney for the applicant has called and asked for a period of time to contact our Department of Environment and Waterways to ascertain exactly what they're going to require in this POS deck, and I checked with our town attorney, who advised me that that is fine, so I move to table that.
A second.
Supervisor Wareheim,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Thank you.
number 5, the town board to approve the following. 1, minutes of the town board meeting of January 25th, 2018. B, amend agreement for exempt employees as attached. C, the proposal from L.K. McLean Associates, P.C., to provide professional services to the Department of Environment and Waterways for MSF Phase 1 landfill settlement. D, the Conservation Board to utilize the services of Alliance Reporting Services, Inc. E, retain the services of Creedon and Gill, P.C. F, renewal of annual maintenance and support agreements with Excella. G, pursuant to Resolution 2017-1250, it is recommended to appoint John Valentine, William White, Matthew Jakubowski, Deanna Varicchio, and Chris Newstead to the Town of Smithtown Vacant and Abandoned Property Task Force for for a term of 1 year. H, disposal of fixed assets. I, disposal of fixed asset. J, to approve Thomas J. Lohman to attend electronic investigations training. K, acquisition of 2.3 acres of vacant land for open space. L, the purchase of printed shirts from the New York State Industries for the Disabled as detailed in the attached proposal. M, rescind Resolution 2017-1322 of the Town Board meeting held November 30th, 2017. N, salary increase for Catherine Babnick, Secretary to the Town Attorney. O, salary increase for Jean Marie Wickel, Legislative Secretary. P, retention of services of John S. Goes Realty Appraisal. Q, Town Board to approve equipment to be placed in auction per the attached list.
I move to table O, for further discussion with the Personnel Department on that resolution.
Second.
Okay, so we'll make a vote on that. Supervisor Warehan?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilman Lohman?
And we'll
Yes,
take-
except for J, I'm going to abstain.
Well, we just did the vote on the table, so
Okay.
now we're going to vote on the rest of the agenda.
Call the roll for the vote on the rest.
Councilman Lohman?
Yes, with the exception of J. I'm going to abstain.
Okay. Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Warehan?
Yes.
Number 6, the Town Board to approve the capital budget expenditures. A, amend 2018 capital budget to increase the budget for St. James Business District improvements. Number 7, the town...
Let me
Oh,
do
I'm
it.
sorry, yes.
Sorry. Councilman Lohman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham?
Yes.
Number 7, the Town Board to authorize issuance of the following bonds currently incorporated in the capital budget. They are A through M. Do you want me to read all the amounts and the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just read the amounts. We should read them.
A, $1,844,255, various projects. B, $1,084,020, acquisition of heavy equipment. C, $157,325, acquisition of boats. D, $76,125, improvements to parking lots. E, $634,375, park improvements. F, $147,175, acquisition of generators. G, $126,875, HVAC improvements to Town Hall. H, $380,625, improvements to traffic signals and signs. I, $304,500, various improvements in the St. James Business District. J, $57,855, acquisition of animal control vehicles. K, $25,375, St. James Business District lighting. L, $76,125, St. James Business District drainage. M, $1,522,500, St. James Business District curbs and sidewalks. And N is $304,500, St. James Business District roads.
Councilman Lohman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham?
Yes.
8, the Town Board to authorize the Town Clerk to issue the following permits. A, the Town Clerk to issue a permit to the Smithtown Chamber of Commerce for their annual Smithtown Festival Day. B, the Town Clerk to issue a permit to St. Philip and James Roman Catholic Church for their annual carnival. C, Town Clerk to issue a special events permit to the Kings Park Chamber of Commerce for a family outdoor event entitled Mondays on Main. D, the Town Clerk to issue a special event permit to the Kings Park Chamber of Commerce for a music concert entitled Summer Nights in the Park.
Councilman Lohman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
9, the town board to authorize the acceptance of the following. A, JP Morgan Chase Bank check number 1323 in lieu of a performance bond in the amount of $11,462 posted by Summit Group of Long Island, and a cash deposit in the amount of $1,000. B, accept from AJK check number 592 in the amount of $600 to establish an escrow account for landscaping. C, accept a check donation from Barry Borgia for $20 and from Kendrick Law for $80. D, escrow in the amount of $45,000 from Cumberland Farms.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
10, the town board to authorize the controller to execute the following A through H transfers as per the written agenda.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
11, the town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the following on a form approved by the town attorney. A is an agreement with James Faith Entertainment. B is an amendment to agreement with Messiano Consulting, Inc. C is intermunicipal cooperation agreement between the town of Smithtown and its incorporated villages for the town of Smithtown solid waste disposal capacity generation fee system. D, agreement between the town of Smithtown and Fundamental Business Services, Inc. E, agreement with Trutox Laboratories, LLC.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
12, the town board to approve settlement in the following matters per recommendations of the town attorney. A, Jamie Sark, an infant, by and through her mother and natural guardian Joan Sark versus the town of Smithtown in the amount of $10,000.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
13, the town board to authorize the release of the following. A, release performance bond in the amount of $158,685, together with a cash deposit in the amount of $3,000, posted for the subdivision known as Samantha Estates, and to further authorize the town board to approve all public improvements.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
Under personnel, number 1, the town board to approve the following personnel matters. A, part-time appointment of Jennifer Martin Bianco. B, return from unpaid medical leave of absence. C, part-time appointment of Joseph Raff. D, temporary part-time appointment of Anne Marie Hagan. E, part-time appointment of Catherine Lenzuski Drucker. F, seasonal appointment of Jenna Venadia. G, full-time appointment of Orlando Perez. H, full-time appointment of Brittany A. Murphy.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes.
The town board to authorize the following amendments to the Uniform Traffic Code and authorize the Traffic Safety Department to install and maintain the necessary signs. 1 is Schedule J, Treadwell Avenue, no parking school days. 2 is a Schedule J, First Avenue parking modification. And number 3, Schedule G, a stop sign at Palin Place and Dorothy Lane.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Nowick,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Wareham.
Yes. Sitting at Board of Site Plan Review.
First, the minutes approval, to approve the minutes from the site plan review of February 6, 2018. And the site plan review resolutions, number 1, conditionally approve site plan number 17-19, Simply Self-Storage for a proposed 3-story mini storage warehouse on Old Willits Path and Caleb's Path in Hop Park.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarella,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Warehouse.
Yes. Turning is Town Board. Public wish to be heard. Ladies and gentlemen, be mindful. We will strictly enforce the 3-minute rule as a matter of fairness. So when the warning goes off, be mindful you have 1 minute left, and we would ask you to please wrap up your comments. Thank you very much.
Peter Hansen.
Good evening, my name is Peter Hansen, 40-year resident of Nesconset. I'm here to discuss the potential traffic hazards which will soon arise at the corner of Roosevelt Avenue and Smithtown Boulevard. A brand-new Cumberland facility is going up with 18 pumps. Right now, Roosevelt Avenue is 6 lanes. It's 3 lanes north, 3 lanes south. We need to know what the cutouts will be and in what direction vehicles will be allowed to egress from that location. If they're allowed to make a left turn onto Roosevelt Avenue heading south, at the same time there were people coming out of a apartment development, home development, almost right across the street, and they will also, some of them will be making lefts to go north on Roosevelt Avenue, diagonally right across from one another. So we need someone there to view what could happen to prevent any serious accidents. By the way, this posted speed limit on Roosevelt Avenue is 40 miles an hour. Right now, there are no barriers on Roosevelt Avenue. The rated congestion is F, can't get higher. We expect certainly increased traffic on that corner. The traffic on Smithtown Boulevard heading east and west at that location is also rated F, especially in the morning hours and the evening hours. The cutout, one of the cutouts is on Smithtown Boulevard, and again, which direction will cars leaving the Cumberland Farms be permitted to turn? Making a left onto Smithtown Boulevard, heading west, again, extremely heavy congestion, and it's going to create problems. Heading east, not as much, but again, the traffic is extremely heavy. Going south on Gibbs Pond Road, which crosses over to Roseville, the traffic backs up about a half mile in the morning, trying to cross Smithtown Boulevard. And how are those people, if they want to go into that Cumberland Farms, what will be their way of getting into that location? I would appreciate if somebody could go there when as soon as the place opens.
Mr. Hanson, your time is up. But what we will do, sir, is Councilwoman Inzarello is the liaison to the Traffic Department. She made all those notes. We're going to talk to our traffic director, and then we'll return. She'll get back to you with his answers.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for your attention.
Thank you.
Christy Malkasian.
Hi, you all know me by now. My name is Christy Malkasian. I'm here once again to talk about the animal shelter. I watched Tuesday's town board work session on video. I was quite concerned when John Valentine told you that there were 12 dogs at the shelter. The website only has 3 up for adoption, so I said, either John Valentine is making up 9 dogs or the shelter website is not being updated. When he then told you they were all medium-sized dogs and hedged on the average number of dogs ranging from 6 to 8 to 8 to 12, I realized he might be lying to you, but that seemed impossible. When another volunteer called me to say she just got off the phone with the shelter and there are only 3 dogs, I had a good laugh. Frankenstein's monster is alive and well. See, John Valentine is your creation, each and every one of you. As far back as 2002, there were rumors and outright complaints by his employees of fear and retribution, including demotions, as noted in this 16-year-old Newsday article. I'm going to read this to you. This is retired Fire Marshal Fred Klepsaddle said that as a former union representative, he heard complaints against Valentine from employees too frightened of reassignments to file grievances. It's just people are fed up now and they're starting to stand up, said Klepsaddle, 63 of Kings Park. Well, it's now 2018 and nobody's standing up, which is what he wants. Anyway, was he disciplined? Of course not. He was promoted and given more power, becoming the second highest paid employee on the town payroll. Now, here we are in 2018, and he's graduated to terrorizing women at an animal shelter and lying to all of you, the people that pay him and the people that he allegedly works for. I'd like to say it's the other way around, given your sheepishness and support of his tactics, with Councilwoman Inzarello actively helping him bully your employees, our employees. Valentine, in his tiny kingdom in the smallest town on Long Island, seems to relish his reputation as a feared ruler. Like smoking on airplanes and leaded gasolines, we now know this management style is ridiculous, wrong, and outdated. In 2018, he'd be a laughingstock anyplace else. In Smithtown, he's given a $34,000 a year raise, oversight of an animal shelter he clearly knows nothing about, and more employees to bully, as he's done since 2002. Now he is flat out lying to the town board on video while he and Councilwoman Inzarello continue planning. Will they have a favorite employee change her address on paper to a residence within the town, giving her an unfair advantage in civil service hiring? Probably yes. Will you remain complicit? Again, probably yes. His undeserved arrogance and contempt for others is now directed at you. Why would anyone bother lying about the number and size of dogs? You have to wonder what other stories he's been telling you over the years. You know what? You all deserve it. Now, the only question is, are you going to discipline this comically self-inflated petty tyrant or give him another raise? It'll be interesting if nothing else.
Donna Bancek.
Vinny, 31 Cena Drive, Smithtown, New York. Good evening, Town Board. I wasn't going to speak about what Chris had mentioned, but Mr. Ambrose in the Smithtown News had mentioned there were 7 dogs, and I went to the website and I only saw 3 dogs too. So there's definitely some misinformation on that. And last year, Lisa, you did a wonderful job with the Facebook page. You did the Easter thing. I'm begging you guys, if you can please put the Facebook page back up.
It's been up for about 2 to 3 months.
That's the web page.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, but Facebook, it leads you to a web page. It's not, like you can't, if you go there, you can't, there's no share button to share. And if there's a lost dog.
You could share the page.
If you want to share an individual animal, and let's say there's a dog that's lost, and you guys happen to have it in your shelter, you can't post this dog is here.
I believe it is much more positive to share the page where you get the website and you don't see one animal, you see all the animals.
Okay. We could disagree on that, that's fine. Okay, the other thing I want to bring up is that, Lisa, you love the animals. You made a good effort last year. You know, in your position, you're going to have static no matter what. There's always going to be somebody unhappy. We need a sprinkler system put in there. God forbid there's a fire and the animals burn because the fire department can't get there in time. It's not even an expensive thing. Mr. Loham, you had raised $7,500 for the agility course. I think it's more important that we have a sprinkler system in there. I mean, God forbid this happens, that there's a fire and some of the animals are burned there. That is unacceptable. And in the past, we had mentioned, some of you had mentioned, Mr. Vecchio, we're going to have a state-of-the-art shelter, a model shelter, and not having a sprinkler system in is just not right. I spoke to one of the fire marshals, I don't remember his name. He told me we were grandfathered in because we're the buildings whenever that law was. So we're doing the minimum for the animals instead of extra. This is a necessity. God forbid this happens, this is going to come back. I spoke publicly. A sprinkler system, we don't even have to answer to nobody. The fire marshal, we have the Parks Department, just run some pipes, put some sprinkler head, and put a heat sensor in there. And I'm really insistent on this. I mean, please, like, it's not even about money. And if it is about money, let me know, and I'll do a GoFundMe, and I'll raise that money. And that's all. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John Dunnigan.
John Donegan, 66 Fisher Road, Carmack, New York. Tonight I came here to thank Lisa Anzarello for her leadership for public safety. She basically helped me with dead end signs, and she should be commemorated for that because that's public safety on Fisher Road and Parkway Drive North. Thank you, Mrs. Anzarello. We have a problem with Almont Park. We had possibly a game-related matter, and that's on Maria Crescent. The neighbors are concerned about modification for Leland's to be cut back, and they're concerned about lighting. I believe, Mr. Wertheimer, you were addressing that?
That's correct.
Okay, and I'm just bringing that up. We have another situation on Fisher Road. We have neighbors having seizures and hitting trees. What's happening? We have signage that says children at play. Public safety, okay, is really basically, I would say, challenged because children at play in the street with the elderly and the disabled driving cars, they could be in danger. Can we change an ordinance, and how do I do that?
What's the intersection?
Fisher Road, down Fisher Road. Down Fisher Road, which is...
All of Fisher Road.
It's down by 36, maybe, in that range of numbers. Let's see, what else? Okay, so those are the issues I wanted to address. Again, thank you, Mrs. Anzarello. You really met with me. You really made a difference, and you should be commemorated. You have done an Easter benefit. You accepted my donations and John Urban Circ's donations, and you also accepted Kendrick Lau and the doctors. Can we participate in a Easter charity like you did last year? Would you be doing that again?
I would have to, it's not planned right now because there's going to be
Respectfully.
There's going to be a lot of exterior renovation during the Easter time.
Can we do it at Hoyt's Farm?
So that's something I'd have to look into.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Have a good evening. Let's stay dry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonathan Arts.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Arts. I live on New Mill Road in Smithtown. The issue that has come to my attention recently is with regard to this cell phone tower, this proposed cell phone tower. My understanding to be put up across from the Stop and Shop shopping center on Main Street in Smithtown. Again, you know, in speaking with some of my fellow residents, both in person and through social media, it's my understanding that some people believe that this cell phone tower will resolve problems with regard to these dark areas in the town of Smithtown that I'm not certain that it will resolve. I understand that there's a public safety issue in that area with regard to 911 calls and the like not getting where they need to go, which is an important consideration. I think we can all agree and needs to be addressed. It is a problem. My question is, I don't know that this 120-foot cell tower is the answer to it. There's been some discussion about perhaps there being another option or other options, either where to locate it or whether to place smaller repeaters in other locations versus having a 120-foot cell tower that, you know, as visitors come into the town of Smithtown, they pass the Welcome to Smithtown sign, and the first thing, or one of the first things that they'll see is the brand-new 120-foot Smithtown cell tower. My opinion is that Smithtown should not look more like an industrial park. It should look less like an industrial park. to the extent that we can make this less apparent, I think that that would be a good thing. Obviously, we want to attract visitors and we want to attract new residents to the town of Smithtown. And I don't know that a 120-foot cell tower is the kind of revitalization vision that we all have for the town in the future. I know that we do have a vision for it. I don't know if a 120-foot cell tower fits within that vision. So in as much as we have a problem and we need to fix it, rather than looking for the most expedient way, let's say, to address the problem, perhaps this is considered to be the most expedient way. Perhaps we can find another way that's smart growth, that makes sense, that deals with the problem at hand, and everyone can get behind, and like I said, is consistent with what I think we all want to see as far as Smithtown's future, its revitalization, and what I think will attract more people to come and visit us, will attract people to want to live here, and will want to pay taxes here, quite frankly. Thank you. Thanks very much for your attention.
Thank you.
Al Gangler.
Good evening. My name is Al Gangler, 3 Breezy Hollow in St. James. I'm also here to just bring up the issues with the cell tower. I just recently became aware of it. I'm not sure if there's available information, because when you go online, it's very difficult to find anything about it except newsday articles and stuff like that. But I live right down the road from a cell tower that's on the property of Head of the Harbor, and I can walk there, and yet my signal in my house is very weak. It's all based on terrain. It's not the only issue, but terrain has got a lot to do with it. And putting a 120-foot tower may not resolve the issues that the residents think they're going to get resolved. They have an antenna at Landing Golf Course, and people are complaining they get calls to Connecticut instead of in Smithtown. I doubt if that's really true, because if you stand on the beach at Long Beach, you're going to reach Connecticut. You're not going to get a Smithtown tower. You're just going to shoot across the sound. So I'm not sure where all the data is coming from, whether it's misinformation, fake data, whatever, but I can't find anything online. It'd be nice to be able to look at the data and the specifics, because I honestly think a lot of people have the wool being pulled over their eyes that this is the answer. I don't think it's the answer. You can go a lot of places and there could be a tower gigantic. If you're in a valley, you're not going to get a signal, and you're not going to get your answers. And all these people that are online saying, I can't get a signal in my house, I live in a dead zone, we need that tower, that may not be their answer. And they may be living down in Nissaquag, and they can't see that tower, but it's not going to help them. So I'd like to see the data and everything and make it available for everybody rather than just hearsay online. I don't know where to get that information. It's not readily available online. So if you could update your pages and give us links where we can look at the data, then we can follow up with real specifics. But right now, everybody's just making statements, and I don't think they're based on facts. They're based on opinion. And just take a cell phone and walk around the neighborhood and see where you drop signal. And if it's a Verizon tower, what's going to happen to the people that have AT&T? Right? Are they going to get a signal? Yeah, maybe with 911 calls, but not their regular signals that they really want. How many people use it for 911? Well, when you want it, hopefully it'll be there, but you never know. So if you can post the information or post links where we can see the information, it'd be great. Right now, it's all a guessing game and hearsay.
Thank you. Okay, I move to close the hearing.
Second.
Supervisor Wareham?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noah?
Yes.
Councilwoman Zarella?
Yes.
And Councilman Loman?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for attending tonight.